So this is the XAUUSD analysis for Monday the 5th of February. Now let's have a look what happened in prices and where prices may likely go. So previously we had prices operating within a trading range here in between the 34.51 and 44.26. We've had the brief pullback. Had prices were trading over the 44.26 for an extended period. Tested the 13.50. Had a brief pullback from 13.50. Broke below the 13.44 with strong sell side momentum, as indicated by this large candle. We've had the momentum take us down to just slightly beneath the 13.30 level. In around 13.30, we do appear to be building a little bit of a base here. So we'll see what happens on another test of this 34.50. Whether we do see that, whether we do see further sell side momentum. If we do break down from this 34.50, if we're not able to break and hold above this 34.50, we're looking for price head down towards our 13.24, a break from which we're looking for price head down towards 13.20.25, major level marked out here in red, and a break from there 13.58. Don't anticipate price moving much below the 13.58 if we do see that further sell side momentum with a rejection of 13.34.51. Overall, though, however, we are in a very strong uptrend on the XAUUSD on the higher time frame. So if we do break above and hold this 34.50, we would be looking for price head back up towards our 13.44, beyond which we're looking for 13.50 before looking for the highs of 2017 in around the 13.57. Our most recent highs are currently in around the 13.66. So again, depending on how prices progress, we might head up towards that 13.66 and this other level here that's of interest in around 13.67.10. And those are pretty much all the levels that we are looking at to the upside. The market on the higher time frames is trending to the upside on the old XAUUSD. Sorry. We are trending to the upside on the XAUUSD, but let's clean this chart up a bit. But we have had this pullback, so we'll see how this pullback plays out. If we do see that rejection and head downwards, or if we do break and hold this 34.51, which would suggest that we are poised for further upside continuation. Now, let's head over to the higher time frames. So we're over to the monthly chart. As you can see here on this monthly chart, there's a degree of bullishness on the. So we've got our lows down there. We've got a higher low there. Since our higher low, we've had a brief move upwards, pull back, seeing further buy side momentum re-into the, which possibly suggests that we are poised for a further upside momentum. High, lower high, pull back, further upside continuation. Another high, I shouldn't say high. So we've got a low there, low, brief pullback, another higher low. So we've got three higher lows, suggesting that prices are poised for further upside continuation. And yep, that's pretty much it for the monthly chart. So if we head over to the weekly, chart, I suppose it shows it clearer here. So we've got our lows there, we've had a pullback, posted lows there. This was slightly not a. This was a higher low there, slightly lower low. We've had another pullback, but overall, in the grand scheme of things, we are heading upwards. Now, more recently, we've sold off from the 400 period moving average. And again, we've come up towards that 400 period moving average, and we've seen sell side momentum. So in 2017, we saw the sell side momentum come up to 400 period moving average. We've come back up, tested the 400 period moving average, and again, we've seen that sell side momentum coming off the 400 period moving average. So we'll see what happens next time we do test it, whether we do break and head upwards towards that $1,400 an ounce or in XAUUSD. But for now, we do possibly might possibly see further sell side momentum as we have in the previous occasion on the old XAUUSD. And if we head over to the daily chart, so over to the daily chart, you can see here we've previously coming towards our 1357, had this pretty big pullback in towards our 1357, had a pullback, move upwards, and we're seeing further pullback in this market. So again, we could retrace all the way back down to say 1305 before seeing a further upside continuation. Now if we were to stick a Fibonacci on here, although I'm not really a Fibonacci trader, but if we were to stick a Fibonacci there, we are to draw the Fibonacci outwards. Let's just get this right. And if we can see here, the 50 Fibonacci lines up at $1,300 an ounce, around the 50 Fibonacci right there. Currently sitting below 1305, and the 618 Fibonacci is sitting around 1285, and we've got a major level marked out here, red, at 1300 and 1284. In around this zone, we've got the 618 Fibonacci sitting at 1285, and we've also got a 50 Fibonacci sitting at 1300, possibly heading down to 1300 if we do see a deeper retracement, before seeing a further side continuation to test the most recent highs in around at 1357 on the old XAUUSD. Overall, however, it's pretty clear we are in an uptrend, even though we appear to be pulling back quite a bit here on the XAUUSD. And with that said, I suppose our most recent trend would be slightly to the down. There would be a slight bearish bias to this most recent trend, especially as we are operating within the shadow of this very large bearish candle. But overall, this trend previous to our most recent weakness has been to the upside. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the XAUUSD. Thanks for watching.